In the peaceful countryside of Maple Ridge, there lived a 19-year-old young man named Ethan Lee. Ethan was known for his honesty, kindness, and strong work ethic. But deep inside, he carried a burden that made him unhappy. He constantly compared himself to others. When he saw his classmate Derek, who always ranked first in school, he thought, "I wish I was that smart." When he passed by his neighbor Chris, who drove a luxury car and lived in a big house, he whispered to himself, "I wish I was that rich." Even when he watched someone run effortlessly in the park, he sighed, "Why can't I be that athletic?" No matter how hard he worked, Ethan always felt like he wasn't enough. He began losing interest in his studies, in his job, even in his hobbies. His self-worth kept shrinking in the shadow of comparison. One day, news spread that a wise monk named Master Aryan had come to visit the town's monastery. People said he had helped thousands find peace and purpose. Desperate for answers, Ethan went to him and asked, "Master, I work hard, but I feel miserable whenever I see someone better than me. How can I stop feeling this way?" Master Aryan smiled and said, "Meet me tomorrow morning at the oldest tree in the valley. I will show you something that will help." The next morning, Ethan arrived at the valley just as the sun was rising. Master Aryan was already there, waiting quietly under a giant oak tree. He said, "Look around this forest. Ethan, what do you see?" Ethan looked carefully and replied, "I see tall pine trees, small bushes, flowering plants, fruit trees, and some trees that look dry." The master smiled. "Exactly. Now, imagine this. What if the apple tree looked at the redwood and said, 'Why am I not that tall?' Or what if the cactus complained that it can't bloom like the rosé? Would that make any sense?" Ethan chuckled. "Of course not. That would be silly." Master Aryan nodded. "Then why do we humans do the same? Every tree in this forest serves a different purpose. Just like every human being. You are not supposed to be someone else. You are supposed to be fully, wonderfully you." Still a bit unsure, Ethan asked, "But what if my strengths aren't as impressive?" The monk led him to a nearby pond, where fish swam peacefully under the surface. He pointed to a bird flying above and said, "If this fish tries to fly like the bird, it will always fail. But if it embraces swimming, it can master the water. Likewise, a bird will never swim like a fish. But in the sky, it's unmatched." In that moment, Ethan had a realization. He had spent so much time trying to be someone else. He had forgotten to be himself. From that day on, he stopped comparing. He focused on improving his own skills. He studied not to beat Derek, but to understand. He worked not to impress, but to grow. He trained his body not to compete, but to feel strong and healthy. Months passed, and slowly, Ethan's confidence returned. He became the most dependable person at work. He started a small business from home, helping others with tutoring and creative services. His calm energy and quiet strength inspired those around him. Years later, when a student asked him the secret to success, Ethan smiled and replied, "If a fish tries to fly, it will fail. But if it learns to swim well, it can rule the ocean." Don't compare your path to others. The sun and the moon shine at different times, but both light up the sky.